It's Friday, June 6th. My name is Rich, and this is your 5-Minute Fix. Welcome to the 5-Minute Fix, where we take stories about pretty much anything from pretty much anyone and try to give it to you in 5 minutes or less today. Guys, we got a little crazy clip, at least I think it's a little crazy clip, of a mentalist, Pearlman, I believe his name is, going on the Joe Rogan show and guessing his PIN number. Now, right off the top, some people might be skeptical because, a guy like this goes on a show, wants to prove his abilities, and maybe in the background there might be a little bit of funny business or something, but I don't think so, not with this. And, Joe Rogan is a no bullshit kind of guy. So that's what leads me to believe that this reaction, this whole situation is genuine. Joe Rogan was left visibly uncomfortable after mentalist Pearlman correctly guessed the podcaster's PIN code for his bank account. Pearlman, 43, sat down for an interview with Rogan on an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience this week, using the interview as an opportunity to showcase his approach to magic and how he's able to make educated guesses to convince people he can read their mind. This is what it is today. We gonna jump right into this clip. Let's go.
How long you been married?
16 years.
Okay, nailed that question. Well played.
Thank you.
You got your sister's happy, your wife's happy. If I asked you, would your wife know your social security number?
No.
She doesn't know it.
No.
So is there any way in the world I could know your social security number?
I don't think so.
Right, you say I'm a stalker. Who knows?
Yeah, you could
Also,
have got the information
maybe
online.
Agreed.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I'm skeptical. You're skeptical.
Well, especially
Data brokers.
Yeah, fully. Plus, you can't change that, so I'm not going to do that to you.
Data dumps.
Yeah.
If I told you right now to make up a random number, I'd say get out your calculator. I'd love that, and you add it up and you do a random number. I'm screw calculator. I want it to be spontaneous. Would your wife know your ATM PIN code? No.
No.
Lie to me. Do not tell me your real ATM PIN code.
Okay.
Obviously, unless you want to. Make up a fake 4-digit number off the top of your head. What feels to you utterly spontaneous.
Okay.
When I say go, 1, 2, 3, 4-digit code, random, go.
Okay.
Say it.
2020.
2020. Okay.
Look at the look on Joe's
How do I do?
face.
What
It's
I
like,
do?
what the hell is this guy
I'm gonna
going?
write down 2020.
Okay.
It's weird, but statistically, men will lie bigger, women smaller.
Shocker.
Men like to lie by saying things are bigger. Yeah, no shocker.
Okay.
So I don't think I would tell you right off the jump for me that means that your first number, you don't have to say anything yet. I wrote 2020 is smaller. That's what most people do when they're rushed. If I had given you 5 minutes, you would have done this different.
No, I wouldn't have.
No, you would have. That's
Why
what I do.
would I have?
Because you would have thought about it, and then
Yeah.
people go down a different path.
Nope.
No?
I gotta agree with Mr. Pearlman there. I think when you have more time to think, you overthink and, muck things up.
Nope.
Okay, worked out
Nope.
for me either way. You'll be honest if I'm right.
Nope.
Okay.
I got a hit, which means it's a 0 or 1. I think the first number of your code's a 1, isn't it? Your real PIN code.
Why would I?
My ATM,
PIN code.
Why would I tell you that on the air?
Should I only show this to you?
Sure.
Only show it to you.
Yeah.
Can we acquiesce that the first number I got was correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
Now,
my goodness.
You did repetition. So
That's a little wild,
I like the
but-
fact when people always say to me it's fake when they watch the videos. They're like, you must have set up. Joe doesn't even want this to happen right now. He had no idea this was going to happen. You used 2 numbers in repeats. What that means is you probably did the same thing. You also didn't use any of the same numbers. So I know there's not a 2, a 0, or a 2 in it. I don't think so either.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching you while I say it. You put the hand up. You might as well have said yes to me out loud. So now I know. Think of the second number,
Okay.
third number, fourth number.
Got it.
Every time you did it, it's a data point.
Okay.
I'm only going to ask you one more question. I'm not looking for answers. The last number is the biggest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
showing this to you.
goodness. Which is wild.
Is there a camera behind me? I don't want to make sure. I'm only going to show it to you. It's not 2020. How'd I do, Joe? Is that your ATM PIN code?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm skeptical because I've got that PIN code in the mail. You know?
He's calling his bank right now and being like, Joe, do you know this? Has this guy been playing the long game?
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I wouldn't like that either. Look, if you got people who just from a conversation can go out and guess someone's PIN code, that's dangerous. I don't care if you doing magic is a fun little game. That shit is dangerous. Now, obviously, he uses his powers for good. He's acts like a mentalist, a magician, whatever you want to call it. But you got to think, it makes me think at least that there are people out there that would use this kind of, you know, power, whatever you ability, whatever you want to call it, for nefarious reasons. But do you think this is legit? You think this guy's legit? You think he actually guessed his pin code? It makes me believe, just the look on Joe's face, that he guessed the right pin code. So I don't know. It's some crazy stuff. That is definitely some crazy stuff. But I want to know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. My name is Rich, and this has been your 5-Minute Fix.